What Bluetooth is on right now?
It's breakfast with the Thomases, the ultimate prize. Mental wellness Monday. Work it out Wednesday.
All right. It's Friday, baby. And what are we gonna do? As if we can get our system to work with it. See if we can work with it. You're not gonna play for me? Grand Rising, everybody.
Welcome to Breakfast with the Friday.
Yeah,
Friday. And it is Hey, boy, Friday. We're ready.
Anybody here?
Breakfast with the Thomases, come eat with me.
Let's look at now.
Well,
Okay, so that's just that's a little technical difficulty. You have to turn the sound up on you. All right. So today we're actually in the same room.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's been a hard, and apologies for those who are on who are on Clapper, because y'all are used to getting that one person in the scene at a time. And hi everybody, we're gonna try to get you a good visual on this.
She was missing me, so I came up front to be in the front today.
Get out of my space.
Oh, okay.
Grand Rising, everybody. It is Friday. It's Paid For Friday. We coming into you with the Breakfast with Thomases show. We hope that you guys have been enjoying and getting a lot of good information from the info that we've been putting out all week. This is not the best news to be having to share, but we've got to share it. We've got to do something about the state of which we are in right now. Guys, the state of the economy affects us all right now in your home. Right now, we're at urgent point. And so let's get to talking about what's going down on the backside. All right, so let's get to it. My name is Ruby Thomas. For those who are the first timers here, we thank you for being with us with Breakfast with the Thomases. Let's get started making it happen. I know it's a little early, but we're going to ask you to take the time to really sit in and listen.
Hold on.
All right.
In sight as the dollar continues to lose its value. And suddenly, more people want to make sure they're protected. But the biggest mistake that people are about to make is thinking that they own gold when all they really own is a promise.
Investors are rushing to gold in search of safety.
More people are into gold and silver these days.
Gold is already up more than 9% in the month of January.
Gold still holds value everywhere. It can be used, it can be traded, and as prices rise, its power only grows.
The very first question I ask when someone tells me they want to buy gold is why? Why are you buying gold? Because there is a massive difference between investing in gold for price exposure and owning gold for wealth protection. If you are concerned about a currency reset, about the dollar collapsing under the weight of its own debt, about inflation leading to hyperinflation, then you don't want gold exposure, you want gold ownership. Now, there are a variety of ways to get exposure to gold. Some promise convenience, some offer leverage, but true gold ownership to protect your wealth requires that we get rid of one fundamental thing: eliminating counterparty risk. Counterparty risk means that your assets, your investments, depend on another party making good on their promises. If they fail for whatever reason, then your investments fail with them. And we've all seen what happens when counterparty risk goes wrong. In 2008, banks froze withdrawals. In 2020, the US stock market hit circuit breakers and funds restricted redemptions. And just last year in the gold market, the Bank of England extended gold delivery windows from a few days up to 8 weeks, exposing the difference between a paper promise and physical settlement. Now, the assets themselves didn't disappear, but access did. So let me ask you this. If you can't hold it, if you can't touch it, if you can't take physical delivery of it, or you require permission to access it, is it really yours? But let's break this down. What do most people mean when they say they have gold? One of the most popular ways to get gold exposure is through a gold ETF, something I get asked about almost daily. A gold ETF, an exchange-traded fund, tracks the price of gold. You buy shares like you would a stock, and when gold's price goes up, so does the ETF. When gold's price goes down, so does the ETF. It gives you exposure to the price, but it does not give you true ownership of gold. And if your goal is simply to trade the price, well, then an ETF can make sense. But for those of us that are concerned about what's happening on a larger system-wide level, or even with the currency itself, there's a lot more to consider. Some ETFs have physical gold, some use futures contracts or mining stocks, but no matter what the setup is, what you actually own is part of a financial structure. Now, gold ETFs have grown increasingly popular over the last few years. In fact, they're up 17% just in 2025. But increased popularity doesn't necessarily mean increased security. Most ETFs rely on a structure that has multiple counterparties, custodians, vault operators, clearinghouses, all layers of risk in the same system that you're trying to protect yourself from. Ask yourself, because you should be able to answer these questions. Do you know where your gold physically is being stored right now? Do you know who has access to it? What institutions have access to it? And do you know legally who has a claim to that gold during a crisis? In many cases, that gold sits inside of a large bank. The same institutions that carry massive derivative exposure and are prepared to enact a bank bail-in or use depositor funds to make themselves whole in case of insolvency. In other cases, many popular ETFs use sub-custodians who then legally can hire their own sub-custodians, and so on and so forth. Layers and layers of counterparty risk. Now, to be fair, in a normal, calm market, most people don't worry too much about this. But in a stressed market, in a volatile market like what we see now, these distinctions matter a lot. This is when we see administrative failure, restrictive emergency actions, bail-in or seizure provisions. But as if that's not bad enough, let's just assume everything goes according to plan. What actually happens during a crisis? Most ETFs out there do not offer physical redemption unless you are a large-scale institutional investor. Redemption is reserved for massive block sizes. Everyone else, you're going to settle in cash in the failing fiat currency, which isn't going to do you much good if this is your plan to protect your wealth from said failing currency. During a real crisis, you also could face temporary closures, limited access, internet outages, you name it. And if the failing fiat currency is accelerating at this point, meaning that inflation is giving way to hyperinflation or prices doubling every day, well, the difference between having access to your funds immediately versus a week or a month from now could mean that you lose everything. But with physical gold, you don't have to worry about any of that, not only because you have access at all times, but because it's not being transferred back into the fiat currency. It is protected in its form as is, the real deal. Too many people think that they're diversified, but all of their diversification tools are within the same system that they're trying to protect themselves for. It will not work. And you know who understands this better than anyone? It's central banks. Central banks who have bought more physical gold in the last few years than at any other point in modern history. They're not moving away from the dollar and into another fiat currency or into gold ETFs. They are stockpiling physical gold as fast as they can. They don't care about the price because they know that compared to the failing fiat currency, the price is only going to go up, 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 whereas the fiat currency itself is going to continue to decrease in value. And as the crisis accelerates, there's only one thing that's really going to protect their wealth. And that is the same thing that's been around for thousands of years that all currency resets come back to: physical gold. It's also why all these nations are bringing their physical gold home, from Germany to India Turkey to now Italy, repatriating their gold or making sure that their physical gold is within their borders and their control, because you know the old adage, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. History shows us what's coming next in a currency reset. We know that the debt is only going to continue to get worse, that a loss of confidence is accelerating. We can expect that inflation and hyperinflation are coming. And all currency resets throughout history start slowly and then happen all at once, which is why I always say it's not about trying to time the reset, but making sure you're protected for what's coming next. And let me ask you a question. Whether it's Weimar Germany or Venezuela, a modern day currency reset here in the United States, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a paper digital promise, or would you rather have the real deal physical gold in your hand? I know what I would choose. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I am an economic journalist who studies currency resets and can see the same pattern happening today that has happened time and time again throughout history. If you want to learn more about currency resets and how all different types of assets perform during currency resets, we have a completely free resource for you. It is the Built to Endure guide. You can download your copy so you have it available by scanning the QR code or clicking the download link in the description below.
Okay, let's get started. And with that, I want to say thank you to Taylor Kenny and ITM Trading for the platform. If you should rerun this and get that built for endurance or to endure, built to endure report. Always information guides. Definitely, you want the information depending on where you are. They also have services for folks who need to expedite this process, where they actually do training and they do interviews for you to assess what's going on and help you figure out your plan. Your plan. For myself, our platform, P2G Networks, is a financial literacy education platform. Oh my God, it's like that Friday, y'all. We have financial literacy education platform. We teach all financial wellness across all platforms of finances. So every particular type of protection you can put into play outside of the paper promise system. We help you manage to go from paper to physical in a way that builds and that you are not stuck in one format. You guys, look, I'm going to be really honest. We got lots of formats here. We got lots. I'm holding up gold. I'm holding up silver. I'm holding up fiat. Now I'm just going to share with you. Everybody thinks that gold has only valued by the dollar.
Not so.
Not so. See, the dollar, when it stops being valuable, this piece of paper that you got here, it can barter. The only bartering that it does is you pay with it, right? What happens when the value of this dollar, hold up a $20 bill, when this dollar goes down, as this begins to go down in value, see what happens is then people give you less and less stuff. Less people want it from you because they get the less value for their real stuff. Now, when you hold a piece of gold, which I'm holding in my hand, and you're holding a piece of gold, the difference is this is physical value for physical value. And the value of this is going up because of this is going down. Holding the $20 bill again. So between the 20 and a piece of gold, which one do you want? Most of y'all, I'll take that 20. Well, no problem. But I've watched this go up. This little piece right here, about $500 now.
Yeah, about that. So,
actually, no. This one's a little less. I can tell you right now, this is about 200. I'm really excited because I got it when it was 40. All I did was leave it aside and do what we're supposed to be doing, savings. This is a savings. This was my savings a few years ago, a few months ago. And I'm seeing the world change like we talked about. We told you, we've been telling you, the dollar is a paper promise that is out of proportion And so with that, it causes the value of every dollar in your pocket that you're working for. Every hour you work just got to be less. Your boss is getting you on a discount. Y'all believe, y'all get that?
That's a scary statement to even make.
Your boss is getting your time on a discount because they pay you in this stuff. Yet you got people that'll come in, pop off, and she talking about that. Yet you the one still got your refrigerator cupboards and everything are less. Your bills have gone up. Your paycheck is going less places. We need to get out of this state, y'all. I'm not selling gold and silver. I'm trying to get you to understand the game quickly and in your own language. I'm trying to get you, P2G is an education platform for a reason, because until you learn the moves to make changes, you got to learn first. You got to get in it. Oh, it takes too long. College takes long. This don't take no time.
No, it don't.
College takes long. This don't take no time. See, because I teach the people. I teach the person, not just the people. Y'all get what I'm saying?
That makes all the sense in the world.
P2G is an education platform where we bring people, groups of people in, and we work together and learn in our own space with who we are. We have digital financial literacy. Y'all heard the song, Digital Finance. That's where you're at in the world. You have a new opportunity, but it's about to be over, and you're watching it happen. Talking about, I don't want no gold. Sweetie, you need something other than $1. You need to take the ones you have and make them flip, right? You need to flip the ones you got.
They need to become real assets.
So you need some new information. And that doesn't cost a lot. It costs you time. You have to start taking, whether you like it or not. Damn it. I come right back to that same video I saw where the guy was talking about, look, I do it too. I get in here, I start to flip, and I look for things that'll get to my mind. And one thing, it's like the algorithm keeps sending me stuff. And it sent me a fact of a woman. They were talking about a millionaire. A millionaire was sharing with this young lady about the mindset of a millionaire with their money. She said, money is like a mistress. Money is like a mistress. The better you teach her, when you pay attention to her, the better she performs. The more you want her, and the more she'll stay. You get a mistress, you don't pay no attention to her. You don't look at her every day. You don't tell her she's pretty. Don't make her feel good. Don't make her feel like doing. You ain't paying attention. She's gonna go away from you. That's how money work, y'all. How many of y'all know? And this the start of the question was they asked that person, how much are you worth today? How much are you worth? That was the question. The person actually said, what do you mean? I have $100,000. $100,000. That's all. Where do you have that? Where is it? How much are you worth? He said the thing about it is that you got to know where you are every day with your finances if you're trying to make more happen. That's like having a wife and not having, let's be honest, you don't have sex with your wife, 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to have a wife very soon. You don't show her affection. You don't kiss on her, love on her, hug on her, make her feel good, make her feel welcome. She going to be gone soon.
She's going to feel welcome somewhere else.
Because somebody else is paying attention to your wife. Or at least she is. If she's doing more for her than you doing for her, guess who's got to go? That's how your money works. Your money, when you're not paying attention, what you don't pay attention to, you can't keep. Every time you guys, I got a lot of, I'm saying guys, but I mean people. People have this big thing where they want things they do not care for. They say they want things they do not care for. And it's obvious. They don't put the work in. And it's not just marriage and relationships. It's everything. Your relationship to the things in your life, your home. People say they want a better car. Your car looks like hell. Not well maintained, not well taken care of. It's the last thing on your mind to do. Then we go into your home. Your home looks like madness. Not well maintained, not well kept. There's children. Your children look like hell. But you say you love them. No excuse for why your children don't get care and attention. No excuse. I don't care how hard you work. You can make that work as a family.
That you can.
But the things you give your time to always are pristine. always are. They look welcoming. They look so well and warm, right? So I need you to get that it's not that you don't know how, you just choose where you put that energy. And most of y'all are out here spending money or playing a scarcity game to where you trying to go, oh, good enough, Miss Ruby. And the first thing you do is you pay someone else. Well, this is Pay It Forward Friday, and the first thing you're going to get is rule number 1 in my program. You have to pay yourself first. Miss Ruby, I don't have the money. Yes, you do. You always had the money.
That's what you do with it.
You just didn't know what you are doing with it. So you always seem broke because you didn't understand how money worked. You didn't work that girl. You didn't know how to touch her. You didn't know how to make her feel good. You didn't know how to make her, hey, she want to bring some friends home. And we all look good. We about to go to the club together, baby.
Oh, wow. That's an analogy.
That's a serious look. Y'all out here. We out here. Y'all wonder why we talk about the guy with the pockets. You know what I'm saying? He talk about the women that are gold diggers. Women are not gold diggers. Women have standards. You just don't meet up to them. So find a woman you fit in the standards of. You get where I'm coming from? If your pockets ain't deep enough for her standards, then leave that alone.
And be okay with that.
And go find you somebody who can appreciate your pockets. But the fact of the matter is everybody wakes up and grows up. You're going to have to grow up, bro, homie. You're going to have to grow up, sister girl. If you can't find the boiler, then the boiler was supposed to be you. Always. You can't find that man, that was supposed to be you. And we talked earlier. This is why this week really rolled in together. We talked about the divine feminine and the divine masculine.
Oh, okay.
We talked about having a clear understanding that that's holistic, 100. You don't get 50-50, nothing on the scale.
Not at all.
Stop trying to find somebody to lay up on and get your ass up and move. Because life, when you don't move, you die. Simple as that. We're here to share with you. Yes, this is Pay It Forward Friday. The world is shifted. Not shifting or not going to shift. It's shifted. It's not even in the same place no more. We told you it's happening. We've been telling you it's going to happen, but you got to sit still long enough to be able to hear. Then when you hear, you got to be into action. You got to find out, okay, let me go find some facts. Have a conversation. We've always given y'all the option to reach out to us and have a conversation because we're real people. We're not heads in a box on a box. Y'all see this?
This is not an AI conversation at all.
We're not AI. My background might be AI, but my front folk, what you see and hear isn't. My heart, my soul, my conversation, my classes are real. Our classes took place last night, every Monday and Thursday. Tuesday is the study hall. We real people coming together, making a difference. Where y'all at? The real world is collapsing around you. Where's your system? Where the people that's going to keep you strong? Where's your backup that's going to come through that got your same mindset and y'all are moving together because you got interests built into each other? Where that at? Where your homie? The one that got the heart like you. See, that's the thing. We too busy talking about, okay, go party, have a ball. Ball out. But that's fake and it shows up real soon. Your dollars in your pockets, you might still have the same size knot. That knot ain't worth nothing.
That is the scary thing.
The sad part is your knot is an illusion. You still can see it, but it's worth less.
I remember we were out shopping one Saturday morning, and you went to a shop in our neighborhood, and the guys, you were telling him, do you take crypto for payment? And he said, why do I need crypto? And he pulled out this whole knot of money.
Yep.
And he said, I don't need that. I got paper. And
he's like, you see that? You see that? That's what I pull home. I was like, bro, if you knew that, because you can tell how much that is in your pocket. And I personally have to take a look and see what I've made today. We in a different place, baby.
So two different conversations.
We in two different conversations. You can come to me with a case of money. If you got a case of money sitting somewhere, then I'm gonna say more power to you. Good luck in the future.
It's like having it dug into a hole.
Yeah, you might as well stick that in the ground. It's gonna do as well. See, but where I put it? I can't put it in the bank. I can't put it. Nah, boo. There's plenty of places. Banks are tools. Your problem is you've been parking it there like it was a home. You've been parking it in place. You've been parking your finances. You've been parking your hard-earned work. That's your work in reality, in flesh. That's your time.
You got a garage.
You stuck in a garage. Some of y'all got on services, so y'all think they say in the conversation, this is for you first and foremost. If you lucky to still be getting services right now, you better take care of this, because don't nobody care about us. And you think Michael Jackson's song ain't about to show up big time? I got seniors crying that the politicians stopped taking care of them.
They left them at
seniors.
They left them at the polls.
How the hell they gonna? How a senior? Y'all remember y'all seen y'all know how they do. They go after the seniors first, the churches. They don't care about the churches and the seniors. They're not putting funds into that. That's not where the politicians is running.
They only grab
because it was always a good look. It was always about a good look. Y'all get that?
And that's what makes it scary, because the look that you're getting is what they want you to see. This is the fanfare you get before any election. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. My question to everyone is this: after the fanfare is done, and you're sitting there in your house, and you gotta look up into your cupboards, and then you can look into your wallets.
It's a reality, y'all.
Yeah, this is what it is. The politicians don't care what's in your wallet. They don't care what's in your cabinet. All they want to know is that you sided with them long enough for them to get in the seat.
Why did they need the seat? Because it's their paycheck. They get paid to take. They get paid as long as you have a problem. We don't have time for that kind of thing. You don't have it in your household. You don't have time for that. You only have time to figure out how to make this go the other way for you now. What we're teaching people is a process. What P2G stands for is pennies to gold. You see the little family behind us, those who can see? That family is in our website. That family's on our Facebook. Mm-hmm. Do you know why we have a family as a part representation of the logo? It's not because you got two dark-skinned parents and two cute little light-skinned kids. It's because that's who needs financial literacy. That's who needs to be able to learn. You can't push your children or your nieces and nephews and grandchildren into something that you don't understand. They're not going to save you.
They're not going to do it because you're not doing it.
Not only that, if you don't do it, you don't eat. If you don't have this financial literacy, you don't eat. And people keep going, oh, here she go, calling, promoting. I'm trying to tell you something. Information you live in an information age. Data. Thank you. Data. It's all built on data, and you know nothing. So who's going to eat? If the information is the money and you got very little, what's going down? You staying broke. And this ain't changing. It's only accelerating. You think AI, some people think AI is going to save them. Some think AI is going to ruin them. AI is just going to do what AI is going to do, and you're going to get left behind just like every other shift we ever had. If you can't manage the digital, you can't function. And we don't teach you just about money. We teach you how to manage the platforms of money. We're going in hands-on. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing stuff with folks. We have one-on-ones, coaching. We have team building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to learn how to turn pennies into gold. You can't start. Some of y'all got some loot. Y'all got some things that need to be moved. You need some new conversations, and you better hurry up. Because when they in that video said about a bail-in, take that word, those two words, go to Google and go look that up. It's in the Treasury. Mm-hmm. It's new. It's not new. They're just enacting it. They're using it.
They used it in 208. They used it in 220.
No, they didn't. Yeah. They bailed out in 208.
No, there's a bank in Oklahoma that got a bail-in because it was too small to get a bailout.
Dude. Yep. We ain't talking about no damn Oklahoma. We talking about the system about to flip over on everybody. Mm-hmm. Sweetie, I'm not looking for the one. I'm looking for the one that affects me. Oklahoma ain't got nothing to do with this location in New York.
I got that.
When Chase start talking, everybody, it means all my other banks
gonna listen.
They're gonna be listening, and you gotta be ready, because when a bail-in happens, that decision is made off hours. And then it's made when the bank is closed, and then the next morning it don't open.
It don't open. True indeed.
And your stuff, your app shuts down overnight. Having technical difficulties.
You notice
citing a bank issue.
Oh yeah, they just said that.
Banking changes, updates. That's what they call it. And then, now people, guys, I want you to understand the question y'all have. I've been dealing with. Everybody goes, well, they wouldn't do that. The dollar ain't going nowhere. This, that, and the other. The dollar never went anywhere. The dollar has shifted several times. Oh yeah, let me tell you something. This ain't the end of the world conversation. This is the beginning of the new, and you better be ready, because it determines the haves and the have-nots for a very long period of time.
Change is real.
Change, that's all it is. It's a shift. I'm not telling y'all the end of the world is nigh. Cut that out. I'm telling you the end of the world you're used to is nigh, and so is the finances. It is happening because the next iteration is already prepared. We've been sharing with you guys. They don't need to topple the system and have you have nothing. They already have the resolution. So the function of a government is to always have this little play in place. They go crisis, resolution. They can either create the crisis or they can predict the crisis. And if you create the crisis, as long as you got a resolution to follow, you stay in power. COVID, crisis, what was the resolution?
Turn on the printing press.
Printing press, we got the resolution. We get to print some more money. Let's get some money out to the people. Oh, wait. But they sick. Let's go get them a vaccine. Crisis, resolution.
Money transfer.
Sweetie, it was all about the money from day one. You needed to have something. You have to have a reason for printing. You can't just print they don't excess print the money out of nowhere. They have to have a reason, because then they have to go have a conversation and they have to have this fake conflict that everybody knows in the end is going to get printed.
It's going to get printed. And it's funny, that seems to be the answer.
Come on now.
Has been the answer for every time you turn around. Inflation goes up, percentage points go down, and they just like, okay, let's turn the printer on. We have an issue. We don't have a budget. Let's add some printing to increase the liquidity so that we don't have a shutdown.
Banks need more cash. Banks need more cash.
Yep.
The people need more cash. We need more cash flowing. And the bottom line, it's always going to be the banks need more cash, because government doesn't make anything. Y'all remember that. Government don't sell nothing. They make decisions. That's what they do. They make decisions. Things happen because they have to come in. They're the response to what we say is happening in the world. If we say we're hungry, we're starving, our people are struggling, we need you. That's the whole, y'all know that's the poverty. You know, I hate to say it. Look, let me be honest. Back in the day, they had a statement. They had a statement around the Democrats. They were called poverty pimps. Let me explain something to you. A poverty pimp comes in all levels of finance. Middle class, lower class, and upper class. We call them politicians. They make your decisions and you sit by and go, yeah. See, the only thing is if the ones that have the most amount of money are the ones who actually make a difference in the politics. And they're usually not politicians. Those are business owners, giant conglomerates who are figuring out ways. And y'all take a look at that little video where apparently Aetna owns CVS, owns CVS Mart, owns Caremark, owns a couple of other, there is a conglomerate around a healthcare company that does it all and accesses government funding. But that's not abnormal. It's just not practical. It doesn't work for us.
Because you don't really see it. You just think, oh, it's this, and they're all and they're working together. No,
now,
they're the same person.
That's how that works. My question is why we not doing the same thing? Why we ain't got that kind of connection going on? We need to be conglomerizing out of poverty, out of long-term poverty. You guys don't realize that this is generational curses that are continuously passing on because of a lack of one little bit of information. But has it always been this way for us, y'all? See, the problem is the people were coming up and they had to burn them and they had to drown them out. Because there was information we didn't have. We were vulnerable. Even though we were successful, we were still vulnerable. We always had the capacity. The people had always had the capacity to build and strengthen and move. But we left ourselves open in certain areas. We don't have that problem anymore.
We're very much connected, socially, digitally, whichever you want to call it. We're now we used to be 6 degrees of separation. Now we're like 2. And all it is, the same thing they're using to use against us, we can use it to work for us. It's called Wi-Fi. It's called Wi-Fi.
Okay. Look.
Okay, I might
Wi-Fi is don't get me wrong, it's important, but it's time to start moving. You have to begin where you sit. That's what the conversation is. Pay It Forward Friday was always going to be about teaching you all something, giving you something you can go with. So let's get started. Today we're going to give you a bit of a class. Let me know if that's something that you would like to have a little bit of information that can take you to somewhat the next level.
Hello from Clapper.
Yes. So, of course, we want to give love on all platforms. Today we are on Clapper. Stereo, my loves. How y'all doing? We got the Karma this week. The Tantric. We have Brother Black Casper. Hi, Mar Allen in the house. And Positive Person. Thank you so much for being with us on this wonderful day. Now, the others are on. I'm loving it. We got some folks out there on YouTube and Facebook and also LinkedIn. Yes, and today we're on, I can't believe it. IG. We're on IG. We finally got to stay on IG. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I want you to know wherever you coming in from, you hail from, you are here in the space. You're at our table. So it's time to eat. Okay. So one of the things I do is I field questions. Therefore, you must put them up. If you have questions about something specific, we cover crypto, cash, gold. What do you call it? We have so much to do. Oh my God. NFTs, which by the way, just to share with you all, is y'all are all hearing about tokenizing real world asset. That's an NFT process. What do you want to know? Because you get an opportunity right now. Now, Wednesday nights, we open the doors. You guys can come in. It's a free session for 2 hours. We're here as a community coming together. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes you come in the door, it look like a debate. It's not. It's a conversation. We getting down to the nitty gritty because we have to answer it. And no one is wrong. You live where you live, y'all.
Absolutely. And you may have information that we don't have. And we take that and we research it because we don't send you just to do research. If you say something on the floor and it lands, guess what? We go check that out.
Yeah.
And we'll inform the community.
I gotta say sorry to somebody who got to get. I guess my sister, Miss Hilda. Thank you so much for coming in on Wednesday this week. We love you, but I think we scared her out the room. We was having a bit of a heated debate, and it went into research. It opened up research. It opened up. Let's go take a look at the facts.
And that's what makes it powerful.
It did. It made it hugely powerful. I wasn't aware that people of African Americans only identify 13. People who identify as African Americans in the last census, and now take into consideration 2020 was the last time the census began. Y'all know what was happening in the world, and so the census was incomplete.
Yep.
A lot of those numbers were not accurate, and we're talking about people who identify as African American only came up as 13.4% of America. All 50 states. How many people do you find that hard to believe? But this brother went there and he decided he wanted to focus. And this is what I need us all to stop focusing on the prison population, which he was wrong as well. And he could not believe it. He's like, oh, being a minority. If you break down people of color into specific groups, that's how you get a minority. Yep. If you pull us all together, we are a majority. People who identify as white aren't always considered white.
Yep, you have to realize that.
Y'all get that? There's a lot of people of color who have melanin who are putting down white. Why? Do you know why?
That's for Sunday.
You need to come to our Sunday. It's a free Sunday. You need to be in while you have people writing things on paperwork that don't fit where people see them as anymore, because we become more aware.
Also, one of the things when they do certain surveys and grouping, they're called control group because they're only doing a section of the population. They're not doing, even when they say, and the brother said the prison, when they do the prison population, it's either on the East Coast or the West Coast. They don't do the whole, all 50 states. And they do a controlled area and they make that number up.
And we found out that, well, people of color is one thing, but they don't write it that way. They say African Americans. And that's another lower number than our so-called white. And this is just this. Look, I'm gonna share with y'all something. Politicians are going to speak to you in ways that make you do what they need you to do so they can keep the job. That's a paycheck. And for some of them, that's a lifetime paycheck. Y'all get that? That's written into the rules.
Yes, it is.
Some of those politicians are making sure you get nice and indignant and upset. You know why? Because it pays them longer. The higher up they go, the more solidified their payment is. Wouldn't you like to do a job a couple of times a year with a lot of breaks, and you just going around having meetings, telling people what to do, smiling and kissing babies, and you get a high level of income with security for life? That's not just presidents, my love. I need you guys to realize something. If you don't know the game, you can't win it. You don't know the rules, and let's start with this. If you don't know it's a game, there's no way to win in the first place.
Absolutely.
You're struggling and you don't know why. Then let's go into the next part. You know it's a game, but you playing the rules the wrong way because you always trained by someone else who didn't know the rules for real. You were always trained. That's our communities training each other poorly. So when we finally come in and we got the final information, the download for the information, most of us are in a position we don't trust each other, let alone ourselves, to take care of that business. It's time to heal. It's time to heal.
Get rid of the blocks.
Y'all saw Wednesday, I bought the BK Bruja up in this mother. You know why we did? Because that's a woman that helps you to unblock. That's people in our community that help us keep moving forward. While the rest of the world is burning, we literally are putting out fires around us and then clearing the deck. So we are not going to burn with everyone. My question is are you out there burning by yourself? Optionally, because you know we here. You know the community's building. We come on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is not where business gets done. This is where mindset gets stoked so that you can know that there's a place to get to.
There are options.
We have a website. You guys can see it. Y'all see that, right? Everybody see the website? Y'all, we doing it? Simple as that.
Network.
We have a training program to where you come in, we start with your mindset because that's what's been breaking you down. Some of y'all are getting beaten down at home. Some of y'all are beating yourselves up. Some of y'all are beating a rock and don't know why you ain't getting nowhere. And it seems like this damn thing is just getting bigger and harder.
Facts.
So it's time. Some of y'all have been asking for help, and all of a sudden you found a program called P2G and the rest of the Thomases. So don't take it as a coincidence. Move forward. It's time. Go to the website. Click on whatever you want to see. I mean it. Click on whatever you want to see. Under all the pictures that you see that float down on our carousel are links. Pick an event. You see the free ones that are down there. Show up. Because I got a lot of invitations that got picked up for people who didn't show up to the platform. If you don't I'm going to let you know right now, if you're irresponsible with your calendar, then this ain't for you. Wealth, security, and safety is not for you. And I'm going to be really honest, because you're going to have to start being responsible for your time. You're going to have to start being accountable for your time. What you do with your time. And I got a lot of people go, I ain't got time to waste. Oh, no problem.
You got money to waste, so you give it away all the time.
You're going to pay for that anyway.
When you don't have time to watch your money, you don't have time to keep your money, and there will be people willing to take it from you willingly. And they'll tell you they'll manage it for you. Who manages your money better than you? Who manages I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Who manages your assets better than you can?
What assets? They ain't got no assets. They don't know what an asset is. They don't realize what they have. Why would you say that, Mr. Thomas? What is assets? I don't have no assets. That don't apply to me. I don't care if you are on welfare. I don't care if your ass is in prison. You have an asset, or you are an asset.
You pick. To
someone. You are worth something to someone. And the problem is that they've convinced you that, no, we got that. Don't worry about it. And until you realize, I don't care if you listen to this from prison. You too, boo-boo, they're making money off of you. It's time to figure out from behind those bars, and there's some paperwork you can do right now. how to flip the game so you get your ass out and it ain't got to start all over again. But you have to be willing to put the time in. You have to, they behind bars. What about the folks that ain't behind bars?
They're more behind bars than you realize.
Yes, you are behind the invisible bars of a job. You are behind the invisible bars of a school. Yes, even a school. If you don't have the information that is freedom, that is uplifting, that is shift, then you are behind invisible bars.
And they're telling you that they help you.
Let's get this. Black Casper wants to say, hey, let him get some love.
Hey, good morning, Vietnam.
Grand Rising, brother.
Mr. Thomas, how y'all doing today? Hope y'all having a great, wonderful Friday for this Friday. Y'all made it. A lot of people didn't make it.
Yes, we did.
As we see, Black Casper, I'm out here on the streets of Stereo and Clippers for this Friday.
Thank
y'all
you, baby.
Getting ready for this weekend, and y'all made it again.
Yes,
Somebody else
thank you,
didn't
God.
make it last week, but yesterday and today and every day, y'all made it. I always say, y'all made it. Somebody else didn't make it.
That's true.
Fortunately, it's a blessing for you to wake up. I'm out here in
Absolutely,
Iowa.
love. Absolutely.
I hope you're having a great day, Mr. Thomas and Miss Thomas, one and only. Be safe. Black Casper, have a great, wonderful weekend, and be safe. I'll see you back here on Monday.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That brother's out on the roads making sure that y'all communities have food and supplies.
Grand Rising, brother.
Yes, Grand Rising.
Watch your six out there. Make sure those white lines stay straight in front of you, to the left and to the right.
And the same love for Brother D. Karma, who's also another gentleman who makes sure that we get replenished in our communities. Look, let me tell y'all something. Whatever you do, I'm not telling y'all to quit. I'm telling you to recognize the bars. Recognize what you do with your time. Recognize what you've actually sold at a discount, especially if you're getting paid in this. This stuff right here,
hours for dollars.
Holding out these dollar bills. That right there, that's your jail. That's your jail because you haven't figured out how to turn the bars into gold. It's time. It's time to turn pennies into gold. We do this every day. Ask my students. They're looking at me like, Miss Ruby, I can't even begin to believe what we're doing. See, the fact of the matter is that you don't know you just don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And until you come to understand, until we get past ego and say, I don't know what I don't know. I need to go find out what this lady's talking about. I need to find out if this is me or not. And then you got to do it again. And then you got to do it again until you find what is going to get you to what you're looking for. This didn't just start. I didn't make this up off my head. I was looking. And sometimes I had to realize at some point, I was always what I was looking for. I was a resolution to what was missing and all those things that were not it. My program, I started putting together little, you know what I'm saying? Little things. It's crazy. I started putting together little bits and pieces and building until I have a 12-week program and curriculum that teaches people how to move through a community, through society that's changing around them. The walls are closing in and a lot of them don't have answers.
With and through community.
And the first thing I've discovered is I was never able or capable or supposed to save anybody. All I can do is share the system with you that'll help you take it to the next level for yourself. You all know what y'all got. It's not about having what I have or not. It's not about getting what I got. It's about being able to access the things. When I talk about millionaires and billionaires, having a millionaire mentor doesn't mean that you are trying to get what they have. It is you are trying to know what they have so you can adapt that to your life to have what you want. Is that not true about our lives, y'all?
We all
He sent you a message. That's what's up.
Okay, we all want the millionaire mindset, but you can't, like Ruby said, you can't copy what they do for them because that's related to
You can
them.
copy their system, but you can't copy their life.
Right. You have
You're
to
building
find
your
what's
own.
yours. You have to make it yours and work with it.
Well, this is why one of the reasons why I actually realized the way we do what we do one-on-ones. Everybody in our platform has to get a one-on-one. It's actually going to get two. You get one before and one in the middle. And it's to establish a plan for your portfolio and then to go in after that and find out where you are in your plan so we can get you to the goals. How many, people go, oh, it just sounds like too much. It is too much if you say so. I'm telling you is exactly what's needed. You are exactly who you're supposed to be right now in the world. And while we have major chaos going on, some of y'all don't pay attention to the finances. Y'all just look at your wallets, which, by the way, is too late. If you're waiting for what shows up at the grocery store or at the pump or at something you need to use as a result to see how the world is, and you listening to that boo-boo the fool news,
that's too late.
It's too late for you. That's when it's over. But if you sitting in stories like this, and we doing, conversations about how to move in the market, we talking about how to get crypto, turn it into physical gold and silver, and that into barterable items. Like, I don't know, maybe you want a business to start up and you needed something that's growing in value now. You turn that gold into some, trip it into a loan that you can get. Now you got to go to get a business. Maybe you want to do a storage company. Maybe you want to do you want to own a building. Maybe you want to have a shop. I don't know. Maybe you want to be the person that runs the shop in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to do?
Mom and pop still exist.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to access some large cash so you can get your business funded. But you need to learn how to make sure that business stay funded. So while you got your business funded, you go and you make profits, but you have one little thing most business owners don't have. You have the understanding and the training from P2G that you pay yourself first. You got growing assets while you growing a business. Come on, somebody.
I was listening to something last night, and I thought the guy said, you can access capital without having a paycheck. And I'm like, you can access capital
without having so much overhead. That's what we're talking about.
Right. And you don't even have to have an LLC to have a business. That's the other thing. There are ways to be in business and actually take advantage of all these things that are out there, which you have to do, be willing to do the research.
How many people are accessing government contracts? I don't mean that the business you work for has a government contract. I'm talking about you,
the individual.
How many of y'all know how to actually access information out here? How to put AI to work to bring source resources to you? But you still got to read. You still got to put it all together. How many of y'all know how to utilize programs that are already existing to support your forward movement? If you knew what I use AI for, you'd be like, wait, what? We're not playing games with this stuff. We're shifting life.
And I'm going to say something that may offend a few people. AI is not for you to get your cooking recipes for the week. You can.
Yes, I like
there's
it.
There's so many other things
it
that
does that
do
too.
And I'm speaking from the point of a chef. I love food, but I don't run to AI to get it done for me. You can find there are other ways to do it, and there are more.
Okay, where did we get on the cooking?
I'm sorry.
Where did we get recipes? Get out.
No,
Mr. Thomas is breaking us down. Y'all know he always go to the food. I don't know why.
Same reason why you go to what you go. But use it for what it's worth. The value in it is more than just at the table. But it's great value at breakfast.
He's hungry. It's 8 o'clock.
It's great value at breakfast with the Thomases because we use it to actually show how markets work.
Yeah.
What finances are, what the vocabulary of all those 3 little acronyms that relate to banking.
Well, that being said, we have a lot of activities that are going on too. We also have partnerships, and I'm really excited. Guys, the markets are acting crazy because that's what they do when you're shifting a financial world. It's not just here in America. It's in every continent that the finances are going to shift. And some of them have already been playing around with their money, changing it up, switching it up. There's a process that coming called CBDCs. Yeah. And, I'm not using those. You won't have any choice because you are already signed up for it.
It's the payment system.
The payment system foundation started in 2023. You all got notices that you did not answer in your mail from your bank when all of the banks where you keep your money and you get your paycheck through, all of them signed on. They had no choice. The federal government, the Fed, actually is the source. We have one source for all of the banks in the background. Yeah. They don't really have a lot of misinformation. If they do, it's very few people's hands that have to do anything. Guys, we told you this was coming. This is what it looks like. And the shift away from the dollars, the not just the dollar, but I'm talking about period, is not the end of the world. It's just the shift from one system or one form to another. Now you better know if that's something you want, because this one is not paper. This one you don't have control over. This one that's coming is a complete control system with complete access to everything. They will see it and they'll be able to decide what you can and cannot do and when you can do what you want. CBDCs, look them up. Central bank digital currencies. Look it up. Look up the history, look up where in the world they are, and go look up if you're in America. Check your country. Oh, we have someone who's international on the line. How you doing, sweetie? Check your country for CBDC's activities. It is not a secret.
Nope.
They are not hiding it. It's just the system. But the question is are you educating yourself to the system you live in, or are you playing around like you know what you know because you're doing what you always did? You're just not getting the same results. You guys aren't getting the same results out of the funding.
Comfortable is not comfortable.
Yeah. What we are going for these days is safety, security, longevity, excellence.
Custody.
With custody, through custody. Let's just say through custody, because you don't know what custody is. If you don't know what custody is, then you truly are broke.
Custody without counterparty risk. Let's go with that.
I like that. So, like we said, we're in classes every Monday, Wednesday, and here I go. Every Monday and Thursday, we're in class at 7 p.m. Eastern. At 8 p.m. Eastern, my bad. I'm on the wrong schedule. And 7 p.m. on Tuesdays is when we do study hall. If you would like to be a part of that platform, just go to the website. Join us. We have a membership. The website has a free membership. The classes have a paid membership. So make sure you reach out and do whatever it is you're going to do. I love you guys. We can't save it. We're not here to save anyone, but we hope that the information that we support you with here helps you to save yourself one step at a time. We asked you if you had any questions. This was your opportunity. We can open the floor again on Wednesday when you get a chance to come for free. We'll see you on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Now I'm really excited because every Wednesday now in the daytime we'll have a new guest. For those who would like to be a guest on P2G's Breakfast with the Thomases in the morning, we also do pre-recording. So if it's too early, some people it's too early. So we will do a pre-recording for those who it's too early for. We will be airing every Wednesday a new guest with new information to offer the community, because that's what we're building. We're building a community of collaboration. If you have a business, a program, a project, or just a goal, come out so we can share your goals and your business with the rest of the world. We thank you so much. And don't forget to share this on the replay, baby. Don't forget. So with that, and I see we have no hands. Hi, everyone on all platforms.
Everybody, I hope you guys are going to enjoy this weekend.
Yes.
Make it a profitable, knowledgeable education field. Do your own research weekend. That's all I'm going to say.
And on that note, we're going to rock out, y'all. Don't ask me why this thing is not playing. Understand. All right, let's go. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Enjoy the day. We love you.
Thank you.
Breakfast with the Thomas.